time around, we're talking about the Kano state government. Yes, they were really trended over the weekend. And that is because the governor of Kano state, the person of Abba Yusuf, on Wednesday last week announced a 500,000 naira subsidy for intending pilgrims to the Hajj from the state. In a statement posted by the governor on his Facebook page, he said intending pilgrims from Kano State who initially deposited their fees for pilgrimage to Mecca will pay 1.4 million naira as against the 1.9 million naira announced by NACON. That's the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria. And according to him, the state government took the decision with regards to the recent increase of the Hajj fares by the National Hajj Commission, which was attributed to the instability of the forex exchange rate. Okay, so we get it. Now, for you to be able to go to Mecca, I think the total sum is about 8-point-something million. Okay, so there's been like a hike in the price and all that. But then the Kano state government, you know, is coming out to subsidize it a bit for the pilgrims from their state by giving them like 500,000 naira off. But then on social media, there's been an outcry. People are asking the question, is it the responsibility of any government really to interfere in or to pay the fares for pilgrims who are going on a spiritual journey? Something that is totally unconnected to governance, as it were. Now, that's the question on social media.
We need to, you see, the bane of our problem in terms of leadership is two cancers. One is ethnicity. The other one is religion.
Yeah.
We need to draw a line where the both of them stay far apart. I've always said that it is best for us to stop this whole thing about state of origin and begin to use state of residence. It gives us more inclusiveness. That is one. Two, government has no business in religion. They should not bother themselves. There are better things to, you know, to subsidize for the people. The things that will reach down to the ordinary people are the things they should subsidize. Not people going to, you know, to consult with their gods. It shouldn't be the problem of government. And that is why it is because of this playing to the gallery of embracing religion and governance together.
Permit me to interject though, Prince Chilaka. I'm not standing in for the Kano state government, but, you know, just so that we have context in what we're discussing. Now, there is no way you can disconnect or dissociate religion from the everyday life of a northern Muslim.
No,
do you get what I mean?
No, I totally disagree.
You disagree with that?
No, this is what you just said now is what we're having as a problem.
No. I'm trying to tell you that religion plays a very intricate, it's connected to their everyday life, isn't it?
Patience. Governance and religion should not be mixed together if we want this country to develop very well. It is because of the closeness, because of the relationship between the two. That is why you find your leaders every now and then preaching. They use Bible, they use Quran to preach to the people, but they're not using it to preach to themselves. They're asking the people to make sacrifices. They're asking the people to imbibe the lifestyle of Jesus Christ and that of Muhammad, but they're not imbibing it in their own lives.
All right, Prince Chilaka, I want you and I to understand each other. Okay, so the first responsibility of any government is to make life a bit more, you know, bearable, more easy for the people, right?
It has nothing to do with religion.
Hold on, I'm going somewhere, right? It's a core responsibility of a government to make life easy. All right, of the people. So what I'm saying is, as much as this bit of news, you know, doesn't sit well with people, all right, but I still see that in Kano State, this kind of a thing could be accepted, as against if you bring this kind of a thing to Delta State or even Lagos State, where it's not predominantly a Muslim state. You get what I'm trying to say? Now, for the Kano State government, once again, I am not standing for the government, but I'm just saying, for him as a government, he's trying to make things a bit more bearable for the people by helping to pay part of their Hajj fares which is an intricate part of their everyday existence because their religion is tied to how they live their lives. But if a Delta State governor, for instance, will be paying Hajj fares, do you get what I mean? For Muslims in the state, I think the two will mean different things. That's what I'm saying.
The majority of people in Delta State are Christians. So paying fare for those going to Jerusalem, will you accept that? Would that be tolerable to you? Because these are Christians, these are Muslims. But it's the same thing, pilgrims to Mecca.
So you are saying, however you look at it,
it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be the responsibility of government.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to get at.
The thing is this: there's been this century-old attempt to separate religion from politics. In Christianity, it has worked to a considerable extent, but in Islam, it has not worked and cannot work because there's no separation between state and religion in Islam. There's no separation.
That's exactly what I just said.
Because the gathering of Muslims is the polity at prayer. You see, the polity at prayer in Christianity, you can separate the two, but to a considerable extent. But whatever the case is, it's a staggering waste of public fund to subsidize the trip to Mecca for the elite. And Al-Hajj is not the man on the street. It's not the hungry man living next door. It's the elite few. And Muhammad said, you go to Mecca, it will be wonderful if you can afford it. It's by choice. You should be able to do it. And when the government steps in to subsidize these trips with this amount of money, I did the mathematics myself. It's like 24 billion naira, 500 and something million.
We're talking about over 2,000 pilgrims.
4,900 this year, so something like that.
500,000 each.
49,000 or something like that. So
yeah, 49,000.
In a country where that has the highest out-of-school children in the world, in a country that has the highest maternal mortality rate in the world, in a country where there is so much hunger, people are dying from malnutrition, and you're subsidizing trips to Mecca for the elite. A man who can pay 6.9 million for a trip is already doing well. It's a very comfortable man. So why don't you use the money to serve the state where the health system is collapsing, the educational system is collapsing, the university system is collapsing, and it's an unthinkable, it's a kind of waste, you know, a condemnable kind of waste.
Prince Chilaka, please.
Well, I mean, we're on the same table on this. I have always said that government has no place. They shouldn't get themselves involved in sending anybody on pilgrimage. They should not involve themselves. You know, all this pilgrimage commission that government sets up is just a diversion, because those who go on pilgrim, like you said, they are not the poor people. A poor man that is looking for house rent, school fees, how to feed, you know, has no time going for pilgrimage. Anybody that wants to go to pilgrimage already has money. They already have the means and resources with which to take care of themselves. So these governors need to begin to think as if there is no box. They can't keep doing the same thing, same way, and expecting a different result. It doesn't work that way. That money would have done a lot in educating those children out of school. It will do a lot in providing food. It will do a lot in providing accommodation. They should think as if there is no box. And this is where I have a problem with government. The things government should do that will touch the lives of ordinary Nigerians, they will not do it. You look at the man, you call him a senator. For you to be a senator in Nigeria, we know what it entails. And you're buying a car worth 160 million for him. And that same senator is opening his mouth to tell Nigerians, be patient with us. What kind of language is that?
Bear with us.
Bear with us. What are we bearing?
Yeah, and even if you have to buy these cars, why don't you buy Nigerian manufactured Jeeps? And they are changed every 4 years. So durability shouldn't be a consideration. If they will last for 20 years, then you can say, oh, this car is better built, it will last longer. But every 4 years you change them. Nigeria-made Jeeps are there, Nigeria-made cars are there. At least you are investing this money into the
Nigerian
system.
economy.
So it breaks the heart the way things run in this country.
All right, the mood on social media isn't different. A lot of people are actually against the Kano State Governor Abba Yusuf. In fact, he got a lot of knocks on social media for subsidizing the Hajj fare for intending pilgrims in a state. Now, when the dollar was 897 naira, the naira, beg your pardon, was 897 to a dollar. All right, the pilgrims actually paid 4.9 million naira to go on the Hajj. But then soon enough, the dollar rose up to about 1,474 against the Nigerian naira, and therefore Nakan had to, raise the fare, and I think an additional 1.9 million naira was added to the initial 4.9. Okay, so the state governor, trying to do good for his people, said, no, don't pay 1.9, pay 1.4. The state will pay 500,000 naira for you. But then people on social media say, no, this has nothing to do with governance. Anyone going on a spiritual journey as a pilgrimage should be able to pay for their own fare, all right, because it is a personal matter. Okay.